Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been ages so we've done this. We're glad to be back. Premiership is back. Every league is back in the competition. So guys, make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's go into the details. Firstly, let me run you through the weekend score, the majority of the Premiership and few of the La Ligas, Ligue 1 and Serie A. So I'll be going straight to Manchester United. Manchester United 1-0 victory over Fulham, where we had I pitched 0, Liverpool 2, where we had Mohamed Salah and Diego Jota do the justice. For Manchester United, we have Joshua Zexi scored the only goal. He was substituted in and he scored the only goal. We have Arsenal 2, Wolves 0, where we have Saka coming out to bury to seal the victory for Arsenal. We had Havertz with the first goal. We have Everton. I feel they have the worst start for this season in the Premiership League, which they lost to Brentford, which Everton lost to Brighton 3-0. Young was red carded at the second half of the game. I think around 66 minutes, which was a reckless foul. So we had Bitoma, we had Welbeck, and we had Adegra, who scored the goals for Brighton. Then we have Newcastle, Southampton, another difficult match. Then Southampton was just promoted back from the relegation, and Newcastle was recorded at the early minute of the game, which caused a few controversies about the game, and it turned out that the Newcastle had the only goal in the match, which Joelinton who found the back of the net, are still the early minute, and they defended it throughout the end of the game, which was very, very good for a team like Newcastle. They showed how much they have been solid. Sorry. How much they are solid this season, and they shows how much they want to show the strength of the club this season. We have Nottingham Forest, Nottingham Forest against Bournemouth. Nottingham Forest 1, which was Chris Wood, and Bournemouth 1, which was Semenyo. Another difficult game. I was expecting Nottingham Forest to win, regardless of how it turns out to be, but it ended in a draw. West Ham against Aston Villa, not that difficult game. Onana going straight into the record sheet after his controversial transfer from Everton to Aston Villa. It was very, very good. He flying a good header from him, and Duran making it 2-0. So Lucas scoring the penalty for West Ham, which makes it 1-1 in the game. Another difficult game. Premiership is it has a very, very good start this season. Every team is actually fighting each other, which shows like this season we're going to have a long run in the Premiership. Let's go to Brighton's Crystal Palace. Another controversial game as well. We have Brian and Visa scoring for Brentford, and Crystal Palace, where we had Crystal Palace had an own goal. But the controversial details about the match is that we had an easy free kick which was disallowed, and it was a goal for me actually. I didn't see reasons for why that is a free kick. And there are few dragons in the box, and player coming into each other. But for me, I feel like the ball was not obstructed, and everything with the ball was actually correct. But initially, the referee has the final say about the decision of the game. So it ended up in the favor of Brentford winning against Crystal Palace. So 2-1 to Brentford. Chelsea against Manchester City. It's another good game. I'm sure we're going to come back to that one in the details of the video. But for now, I'm just running you through the scoreline of the weekend. So Chelsea 0, Manchester City 2. Another good game for Manchester City. They started this campaign with a solid victory, so it shows that they are still the champions of the league. But because I said this, I'll just run back to Arsenal, which they did as well. Arsenal as well started very, very solid, putting themselves from that pedestal like they can still run this season, and they won comfortably. Yeah, they won comfortably, doing they picking up from where they stopped last season. But I hope they could go for this season. They could run the show better than we've seen in the previous season. I just think they just need more confidence to actually go out and be the best side they could be. So the last game of the week was Leicester Tottenham. Another good game, which Vardy at 37 years old still had to equalize for Leicester against Tottenham Hotspur, which Porro actually scored for, find the back of the net very early for Tottenham. Another good game, another intensive few arguments between Vardy and some of the Tottenham players, even telling them he has won Premier League, and Tottenham, the youth of the Tottenham did not have any Premier League. It was a little kind of controversial game, but it all ended in a 1-1 draw. So that's all for Premiership, and then we'll go to La Liga. Well, I'm not running straight through all the La Liga's game. I'm just running few, and I'm running few from Serie A, but I'll take the major ones. Let's look at Las Palmas and Sevilla, where Las Palmas had to draw Sevilla 2-2. We have Valencia against Barcelona. Valencia scored very early to on the game, but Barcelona find their way back into the game with Lewandowski. It was very great. Barcelona actually showing a form of dominance this season. Watch most of their preseason game, and they even won with players without names. So I feel like the new coach is doing something great this time around. So it is going to be a long run for Barcelona. Let's watch out what Madrid is going to produce at the end of the day. So we have Mallorca against Madrid, another dramatic game. I'm sure this is not the debut Kylian Mbappe wanted, but Mallorca actually dragged Madrid to a 1-1 draw. Madrid find the back of the net first with Rodrigo, and then Mallorca player equalized, which was a very, very good game for Mallorca. Still in a 1-point draw for them against Madrid is something to write home about. Then Villarreal against Atletico. You know, in this area, the major teams, the big teams or the big ones actually had so much draw this time around. So Villarreal against Atletico play a 2-2 draw, which I wouldn't say it's not a balance. The both teams are a very, very big team. They're very, very good squad, and they did well. Atletico still in the market trying to do some few business to get the squad balance, but which is all good. So the team can even start firing, and they played well. It's just a lack of the depth of this team. I think they need to just find their balance. Quick one, let's go to Serie A, where we have Girona played 2-2 against Inter Milan. Inter Milan, which was the champion of last season, actually drew 2-2. Very, very good game. Turan finding the back of the net twice, and you know, Girona was not being defensive. They had to take the fight to Inter Milan, and they got the result. And a 2-2 draw for Girona is a good thing against Milan. So we have AC Milan 2-2 against Torino. Another difficult fight. AC Milan was even down. They had to come back. Where we had Morata and Onoa doing the lots work for AC Milan. Another good game, very solid defensive. I just need that AC Milan needs to recover their depth quickly in the game before they start going down and trying to recover the game. Okay, another one which is going to cut the dramas of everything, and they are still having few flocks in the market trying to sell Victor Osimhen, or maybe they will end up keeping him at the end of the day, because the way the transfer market is going now, everybody's not ready to pay the price for Victor Osimhen. So Verona beats Napoli 3-0. It's a very big margin. Conte, I'm sure Conte is going to be very, very disappointed with that one. They would have come out with the aim of winning, but at the end of the day, I feel like they lack the finish touch, the mental striker in that team. I guess that's why he wants Romelu Lukaku in place of Osimhen. But still stands now, we don't even know where Victor's going to be at the end of the transfer window. But we're still hopeful. Chelsea is still in the blink because of the result they had through in the weekend. So we hope something come out. And if it's going to stay, that's fine. So apart from that, we have Cagliari against Roma, which ended in 0-0. Not too much to talk about. A lot of talking points in the game as well, but I'll just leave that to that. Lazio against Venezia, which Lazio had 1-3-1. Good game for Lazio. Juventus against Como. Juventus 1-3-1, showing the dominance that they are still very, very much in the league. So let's go to Ligue 1, where PSG started the league despite losing Mbappe to Real Madrid. Started the league in a wonderful form. Le Havre versus PSG. PSG won 4-1. It's a good game for PSG. We have Marseille as well, winning 5-0. Very big margin. Greenwood actually showing the star boy. He's representing the number 10 jersey very, very well. Lille as well win 2-0 against Rennes. Monaco win 1-0 against Saint-Etienne. Why the upset of the weekend in the Ligue 1 was Lyon losing to Rennes. It's a very, very big upset. We didn't see that coming, but we hope they get back to their feet and do the lost work. So guys, I don't want to take this video too long. I will just be talking about few of the clubs, but majorly in the Premiership and few on. So let's go straight down to talk about Manchester United. Their games was very, very intentional. They played direct, and they played a low blocking situation, which allowed them to even have the control over the game. Good luck to these new signings, which Nasri Mazrini, which played very, very well. He did very, very fantastic. A fantastic right back. Did so much. Doesn't even look like a new Manchester signing. He looks like someone that has been playing the game for Manchester United for so long. But in his interview, he said he's a player that is fast to adapt to the game, which I see in the game. He did well. Another player I was looking into was Harry Maguire. Very, very solid. I've never seen him in this kind of form before, in this kind of shape before. But I guess this is good for him, because I feel he understands that there's competition for him when we have Leninoro and the leads in the team. So you need to fight for your place. I guess that's what is happening, and it's really upping his game. Another thing to look out for is Casemiro. Casemiro, I don't know, something that's changed, because from the Charity Shield against Manchester City and the match in the weekend, Casemiro has been outstanding. There's no unnecessary sliding, winning the ball back. I don't know if it is the transfer news or rumor about Ugarte coming in, but I feel Casemiro has been so solid. Onana was barely tested in the match. I think maybe once or two, but I won't go to details about Onana. But for those I mentioned, they've really done so well. Kobe as well did good. But my problem in that match was like I don't know why Rashford was still in the game where Ahmad needs to come off, because Ahmad was still showing more of himself to the game than Rashford. But I guess the coach had his own idea. Well, congrats to Joshua Zexi for having his goal on his debut day. Welcome to the Chapter of Dreams. We hope more to come. So straight up, I'll be going to Chelsea against Manchester City. It's another dramatic play in Stamford Bridge. We hope more for Chelsea this season because I think they are the biggest signers in this season. They signed a lot of players and we are expecting more. But the controversial thing about this Chelsea that I don't understand is that Sterling has been the best player in the preseason, and I don't know why he is not in the team. Being the big bros in the dressing room and a whole lot of the boys in the team actually respect him. I feel like that's going to be an upset for this new coach Enzo. But you know, he has in the back of his mind in the park, so I feel he can handle the most pressure that's going to be coming in. But for the game, let's go into the game. This time around, I don't want to really go into tactical details. I just want to talk about the surface of the game. I feel like Chelsea need a proper striker, a proper finisher to end their, as in just a goal poacher that's gonna, if he has 2 chances, he's gonna score 1. Jackson is a good player as well. I didn't say he's not a good player, he's a good player, but he lacked the finish touch, and which is what Chelsea need primarily. Look at how Alan took his goal. He has the chance, push the ball forward, guard the defender, then place it once to the back of the net. A lot of work for Sanchez in the match. Sanchez did a lot of work, a lot of saves. At the end of the day, he has to come back to Kovacic again, which gives Manchester City a 2 new victory over Chelsea. Kovacic as well didn't really celebrate about scoring the goal because he was from Chelsea to Manchester City, but at least he has done the work Guardiola wants him to do. A comfortable win at Stamford Bridge for that, to run Chelsea hard. They run Chelsea hard at the back of their end, and I feel like Enzo is going to take a lot of lessons from this game. So for Enzo, I think he needs to work more with those that really want to work with the team, and I think he needs a striker. I don't really know his philosophy with the Chelsea team, and I feel like, well, this is a bunch of strangers coming together to form a team, so it's going to take a few time for them to gel. But this is what we've been talking about since Pochettino was the coach of the team. So I feel like he needs to get the boys together, and yeah, well, is it getting the boys together or getting the right ones together? Because this team is the team that has been heavily invested from the past 3 years, and still they're not having the result. But we're going to give it time. This is just the first game of the season, and it's going to take a lot of us to understand what Enzo is really doing. So let's go to Arsenal. Another dominant start for Arsenal. Did well, Havertz and Saka. Saka was quite great, cutting from the left and doing what he always do best at his feet. But the thing is, I've seen Arsenal played without fear. They play with so much passion and they feel like they understand the game and they can do it. So kudos to Arsenal, kudos to Arteta. I don't know the confidence level, how high it is, but the way they play their first open game, they play without pressure, they play with so much calmness, and at the end of the day, they got the result. So I'll just leave it at that. I'll just talk about Madrid. Well, a very disappointing debut for Kylian Mbappe. I'm sure this is not what they want, which they had a 1-1 draw. So very, very disappointing game for Real Madrid. At the standard and the kind of players, the caliber of players they have in that team, I feel they should have done better. They wasted chances as well, and they wasted few chances, couple of chances which they were supposed to convert it. Because if you don't score your chances you're supposed to convert it, you get punished by the opponent, which is what happened. They come back and have a great header against Madrid when they have to level 1-1 to Madrid, which is a great result for them, because having a point against a team like Madrid is something like a steal. Another reckless challenge from Mendy, having that reckless tackle at that time of the match. It's an added time, and you're doing such, which is going to give Ancelotti a lot of thinking of who to bring in. Alaba is not really fit to be in the team at the moment, so I don't think you should be doing that as a professional. Well, for Maluka, it's a very, very good game for them. They played very well. The match they run. Mbappe did quite a few matches, but didn't work. Vinicius as well. Rodrigo actually found the back of the net. The first goal for Real Madrid this season was scored by Rodrigo, and every other person contributed. Jude and every other person contributed to the game. So that was it. Barcelona too was a great game. They did well. Going down to Valencia was a big upset at some point, because Valencia would have scored 2 or 3 goals at that moment because they were playing really well. The Barcelona keeper was up to the test at that point, and it really shows a lot of work. But the same thing I said about Arsenal is that there's a lot of calmness in this Barcelona team, which is the same calmness I'm seeing in the Arsenal team. So it was easy for them to come back into the game. But kudos to Lewandowski's experience. Man was really, really highly experienced, knows where to be, knows how to find the back of the net. So guys, I wouldn't be taking all the details of the match, but I just want to come with the surface of the program which happened in the weekend. So I'll be coming with so much tactical videos by Friday or Saturday before the new matches. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you guys for watching.